A long time ago, we asked you guys to give us what you think is the things that girls do to impress guys that make them look kind of dumb. And people at the time were like, well, that's not fair. Why don't you do it for guys too? And so today we're doing just that. I went on Twitter and Facebook and asked you guys what you think guys do that is stupid to impress women. And we've got examples of that. Now, this is coming from both men and women, so you get both sides of the coin. And it is there's a couple of that were not to impress women, but to impress other guys. So no longer is heteronormative. But anyway, let's start off with one of these. So Jeremy Catton has one that I think many of you probably would agree with. It's counting reps out loud in the gym. There are actually a couple like this of like flexing in the mirror, grunting when you're lifting. Grunting. Yeah, there's a lot of gym-related ones. What do you think?
I think that that's the worst because and just making a lot of noise in the gym in general bothers me. I went the other day and some guy was on his cell phone making a business deal while I was trying to work out, and it was just like, just do that outside. It's rude.
No, it's business, man.
And they have signs all over the place that are like, no cell phones, no excessive grunting, like no work while you're at the gym.
So the important question, though, is, it's annoying,
is it
perhaps.
Impressive?
Have you ever been impressed by a guy who was like grunting and you looked and and it was like, Dreamweaver? No?
I'm just like, shut up.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that's the test. Yeah. That's why we have Mickey here.
Not impressed.
Okay, Chrissy Anthony has, this is a classic, honk, whistle, and shout at random female passersby. That's massive douchebag behavior.
It is.
Okay, so you've never like had a guy call out from a car, or maybe like 4 guys in a Jeep Wrangler, and then you looked over and you're like, oh my god, I wish I was going to the beach with them?
No.
Nothing like that?
I mean, sometimes it's a little bit like, okay, they think I'm cute, but most of the time I'm like, you guys are jerks.
Well,
and
they
you probably
definitely think you're cute in every case.
But I feel like they're doing that to every girl along the way, regardless of how you look. They're just, well, maybe not regardless, but most women, if they're doing that to you, they're probably doing it to multiple women, and it's not, I'm not anything special. I don't feel special when you do that to me. I feel just like weird and dirty.
That's true. So guys, go in the comments and leave messages just for Mickey to make her feel special.
I need to feel special.
I'm sure she'll love those. Okay, Chrissy Anthony has one. This might be controversial. She says compliment. I find that awkward and at times creepy. I don't know about that one.
No, it depends. If it's a genuine compliment, I think that that's nice. Sometimes I don't know how to respond to compliments because you're kind of like, if I say thank you, does that make me conceited? But generally, I think the best response is, even if you don't like the person, just like say thank you and leave it at that. It doesn't have to be a creepy thing unless they're overly aggressive or say something like about your butt. I don't know. Like, if they say
I like the curve of your ass.
Yeah. You've got a great curve. Well, even that's not bad.
You've got a great curved ass.
Or you've got nice curves.
Yeah, okay, say that she has a nice curve, just don't be specific about which one you're talking about. But yeah, that's true. So you don't want to, what I've been trained, my mama taught me, don't like say, oh no, I don't. It's not a nice curved ass or whatever, because that makes you look like you have low self-esteem, and also makes them regret complimenting you. And also don't feel obligated to immediately like find something to compliment them on. Yeah. Just say thank you. I like your glasses.
Oh, thank you.
Exactly.
Oh, no, they're dumb. I
don't like them. Oh, your hair is great. Yeah. You have nice curves. No. Okay, so here's one. Some of these have actually made me feel kind of sad. Nishith Shenakeshavara says, I did not pronounce that well. That was a compliment too, thanks. Listen, be kind, be a gentleman, have a clever conversation, never worked out for me.
Really?
Oh,
well, you're talking to the wrong girls.
That's a good point.
That's exactly what you need to be doing. Just be a gentleman.
Yeah.
Have a good, heart-to-heart conversation. That's really what matters. It's just worse when you're aggressive about like sexual stuff. Just like be nice. Be genuine.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that you can look at it this way. There are 2 lessons that you have to learn in terms of how to act towards women, both in the real world and online. The first is understanding what a gentleman is. That's the first step. The second step is understanding the difference between like a Reddit-style white knight in a fedora gentleman and an actual gentleman. You have to transcend that, hello, my lady. You can't do that sort of thing.
It's a little much.
You don't want to do that. Okay, so this is slightly longer, but Krista Star Gaylord says, being something they aren't, a lot of guys try to change just to get a girl. Stop that. Be yourself. If you're a jerk, be a jerk. See, Rick, you just do you. If you're a nerd who loves computers, okay, be a nerd. If you're a jock who is a diehard sports fan, be a jock. Don't pretend to be someone else to try to date me in the long term. You're not doing yourself any favors.
That's 100% true. Even if I don't, it's not true. If I don't like your particular, brand of personality, that doesn't mean that you should change to try and impress me, because in the long run, down the road, the real you is going to come out and I'm going to be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And then it's going to fall apart. Don't do that. Just find the girl that is interested in you for you, and you won't have that problem.
Yes, ideally.
Just don't change.
You don't
and
want,
that goes for both genders. Just nobody change who you are, unless you're a jerk. And then I think you should change for you.
Exactly. That would be better for the world.
Yes.
You don't want to like go 3 months in the relationship and then she's like, you're playing like way more Dungeons and Dragons than I thought you would. But here's the thing though. Like that's a great philosophy in general terms, but I do think that like you have to kind of smooth over some of your like crispy bits on the outside.
Well, you're on your best behavior
in the beginning
when things start, sure.
Like if you just saw a list of like the top 20 hobbies of mine, you'd be like, oh God, I'm not hanging out with him.
There's some girl that's like, wow, that's amazing. I want to be with him for those reasons.
There's not a lot of those. Not that I've been able to find. Trevor Foley, going back to what we talked about before, lift weights and flex. Michelle Wong, kind of a general one. Act like a big shot whenever they see the girl and make a huge scene to attract attention. That's why I can't go to parties in Manhattan Beach anymore, because they're all like loud bros and stuff like that.
They bring like dumbbells to the bars and they're just like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And cowbells.
Hey, girl.
Listen to me. Okay, let's see. Daniel Jimenez says, definitely, so I want your opinion on this. Definitely paying for dinner, especially in an expensive place. That's dumb unless you get some action. Well, you don't know until afterward if you're getting some action, so you have to do it regardless of the outcome.
If you're paying for dinner just to get action, just don't do it then, because I think that that's
it's a waste of time. Just give her the money directly.
I always,
you might get it.
You know, when I go on first dates, you know, and also like later down the road, I usually offer to split the bill because I don't want anyone to feel pressure like that. I don't want to feel the pressure of you paid for dinner, now you expect something from me. I want to be able to have an easy out and not feel guilty. But also, it's kind of a nice gesture when someone does that for you, because they're doing something nice for you. And if it's genuine, then that's great, and I appreciate it. It's not necessary, but it's like it's a little romantic, you know, to do that. And then you can do like later down the road, the girl does things financially in return. Like
financially,
like next time the girl gets dinner, you know, once you get in a relationship. But it's always a nice first gesture.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. So I like that we have sort of like the general topic starters from the audience, and then we also have the expertise of Mickey Madison to flesh them out for us.
I do a lot of dating. Just kidding.
A lot of first dates. Not a lot of second ones.
No.